Welcome to another NUCIDA video. If you like it, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell. Never forget our upcoming sessions. If you have any questions or hints, please leave a comment. Our certified QA experts will reply in time. In this video, I will explain UTF's Smart Identification feature. This is one of the object identification methods. Let's understand this option by using one of the scenarios. This is the real-time scenario. Let's say we recorded UFT on this web-based application. We recorded this form of a web-based application over here, and while recording the name of the element, the name property of an element was your name. But after recording the test case, Web Designer changes the name property of this element from your name to name. As you understand, it will execute UFT's recording on this particular web application. It will fail because in UFT name property of this element is your name, and in actual application, it is name. If the Smart Identification is not enabled, it will search for all the mandatory properties that are captured by UFT. But let's say if I have enabled Smart Identification, UFT will ignore the properties which are not matching and will switch to other properties. It will keep on moving to other properties till the time it will not find something that matches. In this case, the probability of UFT recording failure is very low because we have enabled Smart Identification. It will keep on checking for other properties till the time it will not match the property. Let's see how to enable it. First, the mandatory point is we must enable Smart Identification before adding the elements or objects. How do you add that? We'll go to Tools in the pull-down menu and go to the menu item, Object Identification. Here you will see Smart Identification. First, we'll choose the environment. If I'm testing a web application, I'll choose Web. Let's say I want to set this identification for a button. I'll choose the Web Button option. Now you can see the mandatory properties. That means whenever UFT will record a web button, UFT will record these listed mandatory properties. If these mandatory properties fail, it will go for these assistive properties too. But if both fail, it's not going to give you any option, and therefore it will fail. But if you enable Smart Identification, then you can configure by clicking the Configure button, and you get two options: Base Filter Properties and Optional Filter Properties. At Base Filter Properties, these are the properties that will never change, like HTML tag. HTML tag for any link cannot change. Let's say these properties get failed, then it will go for this Optional Filter Properties, and this is how you can implement Smart Identification. You can add or remove properties in both sections if you want to. If let's say I want to add a few more properties, I have a list over here. We can add properties for the optional filter properties from here. Again, we can add or remove properties for the base filter properties over here also. Let's say I want to add some properties which are not listed over here. If I want to add some properties in base filter properties, always keep in mind that it should not be listed in the optional filter properties list, because anyhow these properties will work if your base filter fails. Let's say if the HTML tag fails, it will go for name type, HTML ID, value, class, visible, and ACC name. There is no chance that the UFT script will fail in this case because UFT is also looking for other properties instead of mandatory properties. Thus, we'll click on OK, and now if we'll record a web-based application and execute it at runtime, UFT will switch to Smart Identification if any of the properties fail. This is how Smart Identification works. If you like it, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell. Never forget our upcoming sessions. If you have any questions or hints, please leave a comment. Our certified QA experts will reply in time, or even produce a separate video about your topic. Please also check out our other over 200 videos about software quality. Happy testing! See you next time.